With Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves going back to a more tropical inspired region, I want to take a look at the region I did it first. But while going back to low region on 3DS, it felt more comfortable and cozy for me. This was the last truly handheld Pokemon game. Today, we take a look at Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon.
The Alola region has a new mystery that's overshadowing the light of the sun and moon. You can enter an Ultra wormhole to discover legendary Pokemon, Ultra Beasts, and the secrets of Ultra Megalopolis.
Now, to me, and I feel like many others, the 3DS was like our console for like a very, very long time. Because I'm 25, you know, and that was like 3DS came out what 2011, 2013, something like that. Something, don't quote me on that. It came out like very, very early on. And this was my main console, to be honest with you. I've played everything on here, so I got a Wii U. But even when I did get a Wii U, I didn't get too many Wii U games. I probably had like Splatoon, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and Smash. I think that was like the only Wii U games I had, really. Most games I bought on 3DS because it was just the thing I had all the time. You know, parents weren't together, so you know, I had to go with my dad's weekends, mom's on the week. Instead of lugging like the whole Wii U, sometimes I was like, okay, now this is bring 3DS. It was just, you know, it was my console. It was more of an intimate experience because, you know, it's just me. I'm not going to play on TV or anything like that. Like how the Switch, you know, you can put on TV, dock and things like that, which, you know, is cool and all. But I kind of like having that separation sometimes, like having this is like my console I play on the TV, and this is the console I have, you know, I'm going like a car ride, things like that. It was cool. And Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon was the last Pokemon game really had that just, you know, on the handheld only experience. And it was built around it entirely with things like, you know, like little mini games like petting your Pokemon to Me. It was like the last game that really had a Pokemon to Me as sort of experience, like coming from X and Y, which, you know, it was cool. I kind of missed that. And like having, you know, the camera feature, taking pictures like the Pikachu around, all the things like that. It was fun. I really liked it. And the Alola region for me was like really where I started like really getting into Pokemon. I played, you know, Black and White too. I didn't really care too much. The only reason I played those games because I wanted to, you know, transfer stuff to X and Y, because that's when like Pokemon Bank was a thing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna play these games. I beat them, transfer like over the legendary stuff like that. And then my dumb tail was the one that when they beat X and Y, they reset the game just to play it again. I still hate myself for that. I had to cure them. I had all these Pokemon over in there, but I got rid of them. That's my fault. But whatever. Lola region. Let's stay back to Lola region. This was the game I really got into things like VGC, shiny hunt and things like that. This is the first game I also completed Pokédex in, which was, you know, a really cool thing for me because I always saw other people like beat the Pokédex in games. I just like did not want to put in the effort at all. Like it was just so much for me. But the Lola region itself, it felt like sort of like a vacation. I believe this game came out in November, so it was cold outside for me when it came out. I don't know how it is other people, you know, different locations, whatever. But it sort of came out during the Thanksgiving break from school and things like that. So I had like plenty of time, you know, go through and beat it. I'd be on like, I was like, oh, I was on Skype at the time, my friends talking about it. Beating, I think the Discord was kind of coming out by the time. That was like what, 20? I think like we were like in Discord Skype transition sort of phase. So, you know, I had people play it with, people talk about it, things like that. I was fortunate to have things like that. You know, everybody has like other people play Pokemon games with. But going into Low Region, all the characters felt very expressive. Even your rival, he felt like actual, you know, just a like hyperactive kind of dude. Both the trial leaders and they call it kahunas. I believe that's what they call in this game. Though it's been so long, please don't get me down, bro. They felt really like actual characters because most of the time when we had like gym leaders, things like that, which this game didn't do gyms, it just like trials, things like that. It felt like you would just how do you know beat this guy in the gym, solve this puzzle real quick, fight gym leader, get your badge, you're out, things like that. This was like more of this big person, not actual big person, but like this leader of this little island actually cared about the people on the island, actively like went around the community helping people, things like that. Everybody knew who they were, they lived up to them. It was more of like this character was really well established in the world, and I'm just, you know, coming in, you know, as like moving into Alola. I think we're from Kanto, I believe our character's from Kanto. We're moving in, and then we're just meeting all these people, this well established place, and we're like the chosen guy or gal or anything in between, with Tapu Koko and the crystal thing. It was cool. It felt like a really true RPG, like a well established world. The totem battles, which were like kind of like the last one, like it's like a major battle in this game with like a totem Pokemon, like a real super powered Pokemon. I feel like those stood out really well. It felt more like, okay, I'm a person in like the wild sort of thing, and like this, I'm trying to beat this Pokemon. So realistically, if an animal, it depends on the animal, but if an animal's like in danger, they'll like cry out for help, and other animals will help them. I like that part of Pokemon. I like SOS so much. I don't know why they got rid of it. It was such a cool feature. Like having one of the fights I remember was like Lancerus and the SOS, the Pokemon they summoned. I think it was like, I forgot what the Pokemon was specifically, but their partner to have Sunny Day for them, and then it would just sweep your team. That, I thought that was really cool. It made things a lot harder. And one thing I do like about Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, rather than base Sun and Moon, is the game was actually, I think this is probably like the hardest, not the hardest, I'm lying. I think Black and White, oh my goodness, Black 2 and White 2 are the hardest for me. But I feel like this game upped the difficulty from the base game, so it's definitely worth playing over base game, I would say. If you're gonna go back to low region, play Ultra. It's a lot better. Yeah, like I said, back with like I'm gonna touch back on the VGC portion. That was when I really started getting into watching like False Swipe, Wolfie VGC, Shofu, things like that. That was that time in my life. So it was cool to see like competitive Pokemon. I was like, I wanted to do it. So I kind of did dabble into a little bit, trying to get Pokemon like competitive viable, things I really liked. Back then my center was always the Eevee with the EBMZ, because oh my goodness, I'm burping, jeez. Because I really like Eevee. That's my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I try to make things around that. It's basically like a baton pass into like my sweeper, things like that. My sweeper usually, I think it was like Mega, what was it Mega Blaziken. I think that's how I was running it back then, you know, or like an Ultra Beast. I think it was like Pheromosa I baton pass into, which was it when it gets off, it's really good, but it's a super predictable, you know, set, so you know it wasn't the best. But this was also back in the time for me when Pokemon games were like more affordable, because every 3S game was $40 back then, so it wasn't nothing crazy. That's something I could relatively save up as a kid. Like I got like $5 like a week, sort of, kind of like $5 every couple of days for like school lunch, whatever. When I saw the new game coming out, I was starving, because I would save up all my money and put like a little envelope just to set it aside for myself. Had like the game written on it, had the envelope, and like put it up in my room, put it in my drawer, something like that. So when the game came out, I had the money physically. I just needed a ride at that point to get there, but I had the money. So having it for, you know, $40, it was, you know, okay price. That was with like console games were still 60. I miss those days of console games were still 60. But it was like, okay, I'm spending $40, I'm saving $20. It's on the handheld, you know, it's gonna be like lower graphics, things like that, so that's fine. And it was, you know, something in my pocket, so it made sense. It was something you can, you know, take to school, whatnot, play with your friends. I definitely played like Smash. What else I played? I think we only played like Smash and Pokemon at school. I think that was about it. So I had some friends play Fire Emblem, but you know, this ain't a Fire Emblem. We ain't gonna talk about that. But if this felt like the last Pokemon game for me, that was something that would like, I would play at home, go to school, talk about it with friends, and you know, look at each other, things like that, battle each other. I don't do that no more with Pokemon. because you can still play online with people, sure, but like you don't go out locally to go play Pokemon. Unless you do, as cool as you, that's cool. I fucks with that heavy, but I don't go out and play Pokemon out public no more. It's just, you know, I'm 20, I'm 25. That's not an excuse, but like I don't log out my Switch and go meet up people play Pokemon. If I want Pokemon Tree, I'm playing online. I'm going Discord, play online like that. But this game felt really dear to my heart, I would say. A lot of member things I had, like Ultra Wormhole, Shiny Hunting. I do enjoy Shiny Hunting a lot, and this game made Shiny Hunting a lot easier, way easier. I was maybe a little bit too easy sometimes, but it made me get a lot of shinies, which I need to transfer over. I need to figure out how to do that because my 3DS is homebrewed and I don't know how that interacts with everything. I haven't really tried it myself, but you know, it is what it is. But this Pokemon game came out flawless for me. There was no like patches you need back in the day, things like that. The only problem that I had with these Pokemon games is they drag on for so long with the text. They just don't stop talking this game, replaying it. This is my third replay because I had 3DS back in the day. That's gone. I had another one like in 2020, 2021 that had modded, got a capture card in. That's gone. So I have this one now that I bought for like 300, and then I got a capture card like built in for it for like 200. I pray I don't get rid of this one because I can't afford no more 3Ss. And the way 3S prices are going now, it's not looking like this is going to be the last one. I'm going to have to like keep up with maintenance on everything. Probably get a new battery put in. But back to Pokemon. I keep going back 3S. I'm so sorry. But back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. Or Sun and Moon in general. This is also point stands here. These games, they talk for so long. The first island is such a drag because it's like all tutorial, and then they just talk through the whole game, and the cutscenes are pretty long at sometimes, and that's the only gripe I really have with this game. Replaying this game is kind of buns because the cutscene just don't stop. But other than that, it felt like a really like a tropical getaway sort of game, and I really hope that Pokemon Winds and Waves kind of brings me back to that feeling. I feel like it will. With the leaks, I'm not gonna talk about leaks at all, but with looking at the leaks, it's kind of looking like it's taking a little bit inspiration from Alola region, but like expanding upon it a lot more, which is good. I like that a lot. Like these games, to me as a kid, you know, beating Pokédex, actually going out playing with friends, getting to VGC, these games hold a lot of memories to me. And it kind of sucks that like all the Pokemon games have now are like on a handheld. I don't say it sucks is that not handheld, but it feels sort of different when going back to these older Pokemon games and playing them on a DS or like original hardware. It feels more like a personal sort of experience, I would say. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If you know what I mean, please let me know in the comments. I feel like y'all know what I mean. I'm just like, you know, my brain's going. But yeah, I truly believe that you should try out Pokemon Ultra Moon. You don't gotta play base game, just play Ultra Sun and Moon. If you want to play, you know, you haven't played before, try it out. It's a lot of reading, I will tell you that. But you know, why wait for the new Pokemon game? You want to go back and play like the Sword and Shield or things like that, you want to go back a little bit further, I recommend this game. It's really, it feels like a whole tropical vacation, and I like that a lot. But yeah, I'm trying to do these more talking videos about games. I like this is like my first one, so not nothing crazy, but I do want to talk about like Smash 4 and Monster Hunter 3, Monster Hunter 4, things like that. And other games you want me to check out on 3DS, please let me know. I am like in my 3DS sort of era right now, again for like the 8th time. Let me know game things you want to talk about. I could, you know, I like trying new games. I play a lot of 3DS games. I think ones I haven't played is like I forgot the name of it. I can't. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna hold this video up even more than what has to be. But yeah, make sure you like, subscribe. Let me know what games you want me to check out. We can talk about them. Make a video on them too. All right, guys. See you.